Good day everyone! In this video, we're going to learn about some super important rules in math called the properties of integers. First, let us know what is integers. Integers are the set of all whole numbers including negative numbers and zero and can never be a fraction, a decimal, or even a percent. So, when we say integers, included here yung zero and yung mga negative numbers, basta lahat whole numbers. For example, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, let's tackle about the properties of integers. We have 7 properties of integers: the closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity property, inverse property, and zero property. Let's discuss that one by one. Number 1 is closure property. Closure property if two integers that are added or multiplied remain as integers. So it is closure property if you add or multiply two numbers, the answer is always another integers. For example, 7 plus 4 equals 11. Negative 1 plus 2 equals 1. Negative 3 plus negative 3 is equals to negative 6. And also, 4 times 2 is equals 8. Negative 3 times negative 6 is equals 18, and negative 2 times 3 is equals to negative 6. As you can see, all the answer in the examples are all integers. It means it is a closure property. Number 2 is the commutative property. Commutative property, changing the order of two numbers being added or multiplied does not change the value. It means in commutative property says that for addition and multiplication, changing the order doesn't change the answer. For example, 3 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 3, both equal to 7. And 4 times 2 is the same as 2 times 4, whereas both equal to 8. As you can see, even though we change the order of the two numbers, the answer of them doesn't change. And that's the commutative property. Number 3 is the associative property. Changing the groupings or numbers that are being added or multiplied does not change the value. This property is about groupings. You can change how you group numbers when adding or multiplying, and the answer doesn't change. For example, the sum of 3 plus 4 plus 2 is equals to 3 plus the sum of 4 plus 2. To solve this, we need to follow the operations PEMDAS or BUDMAS, which prioritizes operations within parentheses first. So, 3 plus 4 is equals to 7, and then bring down plus 2. On the other side, bring down 3 and add 4 plus 2, which is equals to 6. So, 7 plus 2 is equals to 9, and 3 plus 6 is also equals 9. Another example is 4 times quantity of 2 times 3 is equals to the quantity of 4 times 2 times 3. To solve that, bring down 4, then multiply the number inside the parentheses. 2 times 3 is equals to 6. On the other side, 4 times 2 is equals to 8, and then bring down 3. So, 4 times 6 is equals to 24, and 8 times 3 is equals to 24. In associative property, it's like changing the parentheses doesn't matter. Number 4 is distributive property. When two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is multiplied by the factor and the product are then added or subtracted. For example, 3 quantity 4 plus 2 is equals to 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2. From the word distributive means we distribute the given number, which is 3, into the factor, which is 4 plus 2. That's why we have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2. On the left side, simplify first the numbers inside the parentheses, so it will become 3 times 6. On the other side, 3 times 4 is equals to 12 and 2 times 3 is equals to 6. That's why we have 12 plus 6. Now, 3 times 6 is equals 18 and 12 plus 6 is equals to 18. So, they are equal. Another example in this property is for quantity 2 minus 3 equals 4 times 2 minus 4 times 3. The same process lang siya doon sa first example. And the left side, bring down 4 and 2 minus 3 is equals to negative 1. On the other side, 4 times 2 is equals to 8 and 4 times 3 is equals to 12. That's why we have 8 minus 12. Now, 4 times negative 1 is equals to negative 4 and 8 minus 12 is also equals to negative 4. Another property is identity property. It states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number and 0 is the additive number. For example, 0 plus 2 is equals to 2 and negative 8 plus 0 is equals to negative 8. As you can see in this example, any number that added by 0, the answer is the given number. Another one, identity property, states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number, and 1 is the multiplicative identity. For example, 1 times 4 is equals to 4, and 1 times negative 3 is equals to negative 3. Remember that identity property is if you add 0 to any number, the answer is that number, and 0 is the additive identity. And if you multiplied any number to 1, the answer will be that given number, and 1 is the multiplicative identity. Next is the inverse property. When we say inverse property, it states that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0, and the additive number or the additive inverse of A is negative A. So again, when we say additive inverse, if the integers or numbers is positive, the additive numbers is negative integers. For example, 2 plus negative 2 is equals to 0. Negative 8 plus 8 is equals to 0. And also, inverse properties states that the product of any number and its multiplicative inverse is 1, and the multiplicative inverse of any A is 1 over A. For example, 5 times 1 over 5 is equals to 1, and negative 3 times 1 over negative 3 is equals to 1. Remember that any number that is multiplied to its most multiplicative inverse, the answer is 1. Last property is the zero property. It states that the product of any number and 0 is 0. For example, 8 times 0 is equals to 0, and negative 5 times 0 is equals to 0. So, when we say zero property, it is multiplied any number and 0, and you will get 0 as an answer. So, there you have it. These 7 properties are your secret weapons for solving math problems with integers. Remember these rules and you'll be a math pro in no time.